If you have been following my recipes, you would know that I like to spice things up. Adding a touch of the right spice or spices to a dish can make the world of difference. So in this video, I'm going to go through some of the essential spices to have in your kitchen along with the tools you need to manipulate them. First on the list is cinnamon. Now I know you can get this in powder form, but let's establish a rule here from the get-go. Freshly ground or grated spices always taste better than the powdered version. So make it a rule to always go for the whole spices rather than the powders. Cinnamon is a great spice that goes in stews, teas, and various desserts. I like to use cardamom for flavoring rice, and I like to use it in my oats as well. #strength. A lot of people use clove when baking the Christmas ham and boiling sorrel, but it's actually very good in stews as well. A small spice with a lot of flavor. Star anise is great for Asian-inspired dishes, but it's also an essential spice when you're making mobi. A little nutmeg goes a long way. Always use sparingly because too much nutmeg could be easily overpowering in any dish. It is the quintessential Caribbean spice found in sweetbreads, cakes, porridge, and more. Just remember to crack the outer shell and expose the actual nut before attempting to use in your recipes. I love the flavor of tonka bean. It kinda reminds me of vanilla and is a great spice when doing desserts like cheesecake and ice cream. A lot of local chocolatiers also use tonka bean in their products. If you're talking curry, jeera is a must. Whether you're making jeera pork, jeera neck, or curry duck, toasting or roasting jeera is a necessary spice in the preparation of all these dishes. I personally cannot make dal without toasting jeera. Coriander seeds are essential when making masala spice blends. Now I know you could just go in the supermarket and buy masala powder, but trust me, if you toast coriander seeds and that aroma fills up your kitchen, you'll never go back to buying another pack of pre-blended masala. Once you go fresh, you will never go back. Methi or fenugreek is a lesser known spice to many, but is an essential spice for curry blends. When lightly toasted, it gives off a kind of warm, nutty flavor. I like experimenting with mustard seeds in recipes that you might traditionally use regular mustard. So I would make like a honey mustard aioli or a spice rub for meat using ground mustard seeds. Black peppercorns are as essential as salt. There's no comparison between freshly ground black pepper and black pepper powder. Again, once you go fresh, you will never go back. Paprika is just one of those spices that brings a dish to life. Whether you're doing a dry rub for meats or looking to spice up some cheese paste, paprika is a must. Now people might argue that dried chili is not essential when you could just cut up some Scotch bonnet pepper, but there's something unique about the flavor and the heat you get from dried chili flakes that works so well in many dishes. It's very versatile and you can use it when making dal or as a condiment for pizza. Turmeric, also known as saffron here in Trinidad and Tobago, is the quintessential spice in almost any curry blend. And before you get up in arms in the comment section again about how turmeric is not saffron, saffron is the Hindi word that refers to the warm yellow color of turmeric spice, hence the reason we call it saffron, which is not to be confused with the saffron threads from crocus sativas. Last but no means least, and as a matter of fact, if I had to rank these spices by how much I use them when cooking, then bay leaf would definitely be first on the list. For me, bay leaf is that spice that just embodies the essence of Caribbean cooking. Adding bay leaf to a dish just feels like you're paying homage to all the Caribbean grandmothers, and that could never be a bad thing. To transform these whole spices into powdered forms, you need special tools. First up is a mortar and pestle. This is where we separating man from manikou. This is the major leagues here. A mortar and pestle is an essential kitchen tool for anyone who's serious about cooking. The stone version is great for making garlic and ginger paste as well, so it's multi-purpose. A wooden mortar and pestle works well for grinding spices, but it isn't that great for mashing other ingredients into a paste. Since I small, I call in this device a spice grater because I knew in my house that was the grater used for nutmeg and cinnamon when my mother or grandmother was making sweetbread or cakes. But I learned from David from Market Movers when I was making this video that the proper name for it is rasp grater or a rasp. You learn something new every day. Time to feature some modern technology. A coffee grinder is an essential tool for grinding spices. If you really want to get them spices ground into a non-grainy powder form, then a coffee grinder is your best friend. So these are my go-to spices that you would typically see me use in different recipes. For those of you who may not be familiar with some of these spices, I urge you to get your hands on some of them and experiment. Smell them, taste them, use them individually or combine them to create your own signature blends. If you enjoy cooking and experimenting in the kitchen, you'll be inspired to do more with the right spices and tools at your disposal. The blog post will feature links to more information on the flavor profile of each spice, so you can check that out on eatahfoodtt.com. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe, like and follow for more great content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.